everyone. My name is Brenda Bauer. Welcome to our team's Healthy Living Revolution, Freedom Revolution event. You may not know everyone speaking on this call, but we're partnering together in order to share a message of hope with mission-driven people. You've been invited because Greg and I respect you, we care about you, and we would love for you to know more about what we are up to. So this call's meant to be fun and relaxed. You don't have to buy anything. Just being here to show your support is enough. For the first few minutes, we're going to talk about family health. You'll hear information and inspiring stories of people taking their health to the next level and helping others do the same. For the rest of the call, we'll talk about the organization that Greg and I have partnered with. The Juice Plus company has allowed people all over the world to create additional options and a sense of fulfillment. Maybe something will stand out to you and you'll think of someone who needs to hear this message. So just thank you for being here. So to kick it off, I'd like to ask you a question about health, and this is kind of rhetorical. Would you agree that being healthy today can be a challenge?
Yes.
It's true, isn't it? We'd all love to look good, feel good, and live a long, active life. We know it's our job to make this happen, but unfortunately it can be complicated, it can be time-consuming, and sometimes unpleasant. That's where we come in. Greg and I, along with thousands of others around the world, are part of a movement called the Healthy Living Revolution, where we're helping people take their health back in ways that are simple, doable, and fun. We know the foundation of good health is good nutrition. We have to flood our bodies with the most important foods we could ever eat, which are fruits and vegetables and berries. You know, we're supposed to get 9 to 13 servings every day, but almost nobody does, and definitely not the variety or the consistency that we need. That's why we love the nutritional support provided by Juice Plus. This is one simple change that has taken our health to the next level. So if you've never heard of Juice Plus, let me show you what it is. It's the simplest thing ever. It's 30 raw fruits, vegetables, and berries in capsules, and then 15 additional plants in the complete whole food beverage. So it all starts with farm fresh nutrition. Look at the beautiful fruits and vegetables on the front of these. Our fruits and vegetables lose a lot of nutritional content when they're picked early and then shipped long distances to our grocery stores. So the Juice Plus company solves this problem by working with some of the best mid-sized farms in North America. The juicing and drying facilities are located close to the farms so that once harvested, the produce promptly goes through a proprietary juicing and drying process. The whole food is used, including the peels, leaves, and seeds whenever possible for the greatest amount of nutrients. The end result is highly concentrated nutrition in capsules and chewables for kiddos, tested by independent experts to ensure natural purity. The chocolate and vanilla complete is vegan, it's gluten-free, it's whole food protein, fiber, amino acids, and fruits and vegetables in a shake. In fact, I just finished mine. This was a chocolate peppermint to die for. It's great for any meal. I used mine today as post-workout recovery, and I also love it for a mid-afternoon snack. So here's what I love about Juice Plus. It's scientifically proven. It's the most researched nutritional product in the world with 37 published studies in peer-reviewed medical journals. It's food, not a vitamin, and we can look at the label and see it actually has nutrition facts, not supplement facts, which means it's not a vitamin. It's the same label you'd see on a bag of broccoli in the grocery store, and the government considers it food. And there's no warning label. So my daughters have been taking Juice Plus since they could eat table food, and it is not possible to overdose or injure yourself in any way. So it's completely safe for people of all ages, pregnant, nursing mothers, children, elderly, and even professional athletes. The Juice Plus Omega blend, we also have complete bars, and I have to show you this picture of the Tower Garden. Mine's actually growing in my garage right now. Can you believe I have strawberries growing in December? I'm so excited. There are other excellent ways that people can add more whole food into their diet as well. We also have a 4-month program with a 10-day jumpstart called the Shred 10 that helps people jumpstart their health in a really fun, supportive community. So I know a lot of people right now are discerning and deciding what their resolutions are going to be come January. And so I really invite you to check out the website, www.shred10.com, and learn more about what that looks like to see if it's a good fit for you. The Juice Plus capsules and complete shakes combined provide 45 whole plant foods every day. Imagine your health in 4 months, 6 months, or even a year. I've been eating Juice Plus now for 19 years. I can't even believe that number. Yes, I started when I was 2. And today, I feel younger. I have more energy than I did in my 30s. I have no migraine headaches or back pain. I'm back to my college dress size, which feels fantastic. And I have the vitality as a 43-year-old to run a 5K. So as a mom, I love knowing that my daughters are getting stellar nutrition every day, regardless of what I prepare in the kitchen. And I know that because we've only had 1 round of antibiotic between 2 kids in 11 years. There's nobody on my house takes any prescription drugs, and my hubby has used these products inside some lifestyle changes to reverse his type 2 diabetes. So we could share information all day, but the best part of the healthy living revolution is how Juice Plus shows up in everyday life. It's not about treating or curing specific diseases, but the experiences you're about to hear show how good nutrition can help everything. So Greg, I would love for you to say why you decided to put Juice Plus in your body.
Oh, absolutely. You know, unlike you, maybe, I was a little bit of a skeptic at first, and I first heard about Juice Plus about 19, 20 years ago from a student, fellow student, and you know, I was a skeptic, I have to admit, because I was very suspicious of supplements, isolated nutritional supplements, and I knew from my my education that too much of one or too much of another may cause serious harm to the body. So I was a little skeptical that this Juice Plus was in a pill form. When she mentioned the word whole food, that really changed it for me. Growing up on a farm, I knew the value of whole food. I knew what whole food meant way before the franchise that we see in big cities ever existed. But so I knew the value of eating the whole plant, and so that really changed my whole paradigm shift. And you know, I didn't realize it at the time, but I was a full-time student, 38 years old, and I had this afternoon fatigue that was really becoming quite noticeable. And I hate to admit it, I'm a little embarrassed to admit, you know, being an athlete all my life and a soon-to-be doctor, that I really had a nutritional blind spot. I was one that really don't like to eat. That might sound kind of odd to some of you, especially to foodies, but I am so not a foodie. If I didn't have to eat, I probably wouldn't. I do enjoy good food, but for me, it was more about just sitting down and taking the time. And, you know, I felt like I needed to do more and get all my activities done for the day. And so I had this blind spot. And so when I started taking Juice Plus and flooding my cells and my body with 30 whole foods every day, I started seeing a shift really, really quickly. And, you know, like I said earlier, I'm an athlete, and I started noticing improved recovery, far superior actually than what I was having from my 5Ks and 10Ks. And today, 19 years later, at 58, you know, I have the vitality of a much younger man. My friends who I hang out with are mostly in their 30s and 40s, and I run circles around them. They even tell me that. And, you know, I'm still running, and, you know, I don't have the soreness. My recovery is far superior than that when I was in my 30s. So that's my personal story, and I can go on about other people's stories in my life, but I think that's where I want to keep it right now.
That's so great. Thank you so much for sharing. Before we move on, I'd love to share a website that we've created as a resource for anyone to use. So after this webinar, I invite you to check out www.healthylivingrevolution.com. There's a cookbook, there's children's activities, there's educational webinars, and other free resources for you. So now we're going to transition into hearing about the company behind Juice Plus. As you can see, our main mission is to bring freedom through improved health. It's important to know that about 80% of Juice Plus is purchased by customers who have no affiliation with the company. The business is not for everyone, but there are those who are looking for another type of freedom. So enter the freedom revolution. Like I said before, we're not going to ask for anything. We simply want to share why we love the business and what it's done for us. Perhaps you'll think of someone, even just one person in your life, who needs to hear what's possible. Before we jump into stories though, let's address 3 common questions about our business. The first one I hear a lot is, how does it work? It's called a virtual franchise. We spend $50 a year to own the business. I get an online office and personal website. I get to run my business from any device, and most of the time it's from my smartphone. And so that means I get to do it anytime, anywhere. The company manufactures Juice Plus. They deliver it, bill, and collect from our customers and pay us by direct deposit every month. We just share by word of mouth, and the company does the rest for us. There's no inventory to keep. The only Juice Plus we touch is our own, for our own personal use. And all commission levels are permanent. There are no quotas or minimums to meet, and people can share a little or a lot with freedom to choose their own individual pace. There's no glass ceiling on income or territorial restrictions. The Juice Plus company is sold in over 20 countries around the world. The other question I hear often is, so what's so great about Juice Plus company? It was founded almost 50 years ago, and our original president, Jay Martin, is still at the helm today. It's privately held and debt-free, over $12 billion in sales from Juice Plus. And it's on track for $1 billion per year by 2020. Money is made 4 ways. We make retail profit, commissions, one-time and residual bonuses, and also family insurance. At the top position, families are eligible for benefits, including medical, dental, disability, life insurance, long-term care, chiropractic, prescription, college tuition assistance, and holiday bonus, as well as a monthly expense allowance. So this can be for short-term cash flow, kind of that part-time gig, or long-term wealth building and a retirement strategy. And then I always love to do business with companies that are making a difference. And the Juice Plus Children's Health Study provides free Juice Plus for children. And we've served over 1 million families to date. Juice Plus Company is the title sponsor for the St. Jude's Marathon each year. In 2016, $10 million was raised for the Children's Hospital. They're involved with Boys and Girls Club, created a technical institute to teach students marketable trades. 100% of graduates have been placed in jobs. The Juice Plus Company is donating tower gardens to every Boys and Girls Club across North America, over 4,000 centers. And I got to be a part of getting that tower garden donated to our centers here in Springfield. And we're donating 10 million complete meals, these things, to the Volunteers of America. That's over $20 million worth of food that the VOA will never have to buy. In fact, in 2016, Volunteers of America honored company president Jay Martin for his 3 decades of service with them. Not only does the Juice Plus Company inspire healthy living around the world, but healthy giving as well. So Greg, I would love for you to say what your experience has been with the Juice Plus Company.
Well, the business, when I finally said yes to the product and started taking it, it was within, weeks that I started the business for myself. And at the time, I was asking a couple questions. The main question is, what if? I think it's a great question that we all should be asking different periods of our life. But back then, the what if was, could this help pay off a student loan debt that was looming over my head? I think one of us may have shared that I'm a chiropractor. So the schooling I came out of.
Sorry to interrupt, but there's something creeping over your camera. Oh, awesome. Now we can see you.
Sorry.
Okay.
So at the time, the what if question was, what if this could pay down some student loan? I was a recent chiropractic graduate and I had a 6-digit debt looming overhead and didn't have any patients. I started practicing with a mentor of mine, but my patient base was really, really small. And I knew that was going to take time to grow. So a friend of mine who was very interested in what I was doing on the nutritional side, i.e. Juice Plus, said, hey, maybe I could do this. And I said, yeah, let me show you what we do. And so he and I locked arms, and within, months, we were really doing, first of all, it was a lot of fun working with this buddy of mine. And we were really making a difference in our communities, sharing nutrition, education about, not having to be sick maybe as much, not being so tied into the sickness care model that we see today, but rather maybe the wellness model and reversing some diseases perhaps. And we're having a blast, and fast forward now about 19 years. The what if question for me is, could this be something I could have in place for retirement? Because I've witnessed with aging parents, my parents and other friends' parents, that once they retire, their desire, their passions, they don't feel like they have a purpose. Those things kind of have been lost. And I think that commonly leads to depression. And when you have emotional depression and emotional health issues, that can lead to physical health issues. And so I thought, well, maybe this could be something I could do at retirement. And when I back then took a look and a peek at the marketing plan, I was just blown away by the people in the business who, first of all, had a desire to helping people, and their biggest, I guess you'd say, desire was to help people become the best versions of themselves, whether from the health perspective or even, maybe personal growth perspective. And it was a great community to hang out in. And I thought, wow, this would be a great community once I retire to hang out in. I still feel like I belong and have purpose and desire, and it was a fun group of people. The journey, working with my team, the journey has really helped me grow in ways that I didn't even know I wanted. And I have friends today that I didn't even know I needed. The whole Wichita group that I'm a part of, those friendships are just so solid and so special to me. You, Brenda, I would never have met, and other friendships just across the United States, that I would never have been a part of. I love sharing this with my patients because I see a lot of issues that can just be, tweaked by what they're doing nutritionally. And I think 75 to 80% of diseases can be reversed by just lifestyle changes. And this is a big catalyst for changing lifestyle. My vision for the future is really just to continue having this passion and purpose and empowering people to really say yes more often, and actually maybe escaping financial hardship, not only benefiting health-wise, but escaping financial hardship. And we see that across our country today just too often, I think.
Yeah. Thank you so much for sharing that. I just love that as a chiropractic physician, you have the confidence in the products to share it with your patients. I mean, that's your reputation on the line. And it makes me feel good because I'm just a mom with a business degree, so I'm like, okay, if it's good enough for them. So yeah, my background is in business, technical sales, and management. And I feel that I was very successful in my 15 years in corporate. But I was acutely aware that I was not leaving people better than I found them. And that is something that I have always wanted to do, is leave people better, whether it's a smile or something more tangible. So this Juice Plus community has really been the solution to that for me, because my phone rings all the time with people's stories of how they feel better, look better, kids are better, go to the doctor less. When we feed the body better, it transforms and heals itself. And then also to hear the stories of, this is the first Christmas that Christmas wasn't a burden for that family because they had the extra income coming in. They could say yes to the things that they wanted to. And it's a community where we are encouraging each other, as you said, Greg, to get better every single day. I was actually texting with a teammate and I said, way to go, good job. And she said, well, I haven't done anything yet. And I said, but you're talking to people. And so we get to celebrate our successes, and there isn't a bunch of pressure to perform or behave or measure up to somebody else's rules. And we get to know that at the end of the day, when we put our head on the pillow, we've impacted that next generation. Because when kids learn to eat well and take care of their bodies, it solves so many problems for the future. So now I get to design a team and work with a group of people where we hold the space for each other to dream, where we do ask that question, what if, and then give each other the opportunity to answer, and nobody's question is wrong. And for my family, this has created, our kids' activities used to be decided by the checkbook balance. And now our kids' activities are decided by, does this fit our family's core values? And so my husband and I get to have beautiful conversations, and we get to say yes to things like horseback riding, dance class, piano, sewing. I have talented kids and they want to do a bunch of stuff, and we get to say yes to those things. And I love that. And then I am sitting in our brand new forever home. We just moved in September. This is a dream, you guys, that my husband and I have had since we were dating. And 4 years ago, it looked like it was never going to happen. And now I'm sitting here. And it's just like, to be invited to dream, to have the faith to believe in ourselves and step forward and take on a project like this has been absolutely amazing. And I don't know that I would have had the confidence to do that without this community. So I'm eternally grateful. So to wrap up, we just want to thank you again for joining us, either live or if you're watching this on recording. We're excited to network with two kinds of people. So we'd love for you to think about people who are ready to invest in their health and make life easier by adding a product like Juice Plus. It only costs around $2 or $3 a day. Isn't that awesome? Less than a Starbucks. And kids get it for free with a sponsoring adult. So we found it to be the most simple, affordable, and convenient way to get massive amounts of nutrition in our family. And then the second kind of person is anybody who wants to partner with Greg and I in this worldwide freedom revolution. Our vision is to help people earn stable residual income in order to expand their options while traveling, while spending time with family, and making a contribution to the world. We love helping moms have the freedom to choose mom care instead of daycare with financial peace of mind. We help hardworking professionals have the choice to build their own dreams instead of somebody else's. And college kids can build a side gig to help pay for school or pay off those debts without having to go get a job. Empty nesters can increase their retirement, so there's more than enough to enjoy life and give to future generations. All of this takes place within a positive, fun community where people can thrive and be fulfilled. So although you're here to support the launch, perhaps you could ask yourself, what if this could be a perfect fit for someone in my circles? Who do I know who might be dissatisfied and looking for a solution? As skeptical as I was, and I was, Greg, skeptical, I'm thankful my friend cared enough about me to share Juice Plus because it has changed my life. And the best part is I get to work with people like Greg often, and I love it. I can't think of anyone better to put in touch with your friends. Don't you agree? So after the call, you're more than welcome to connect with him or with myself about what you've heard. And we're just so excited to move this revolution forward. We love what we're doing, and it's a blast every single day. I just pinch myself like, this is what I do for work? Okay. So any final words for our friends, Greg, before we sign off?
Just start asking these questions and what if, and there's no pressure. Don't put any pressure on yourself, but you never know. You don't know what you don't know. And so I'd say take that journey, gift yourself the journey of discovery and see if this is for you. I think everybody needs, the nutritional component, but just ask those questions and be honest with yourself. But it's a fun community. It's a great place to hang out. And I think you said it best. We really want to create the space for people to become the best versions of themselves. So.
Yeah. Awesome. Thank you, everybody, for carving out the time to be here. We're so grateful. I'm going to stop the recording.